He looks the part of a college student, but 32-year-old Christopher Nichols still lives in a world thousands of miles away.
When people are following you through the hall, or people are too close to you or something, I mean, you get a little paranoid, you know? It's more just real aware, you know? Aware of everyone in every direction.
That's the post-traumatic stress disorder from Kuwait in 2007, and the back injury from 11 years in the Air Force. Nichols knows he comes with baggage, but Butte College has taken extraordinary steps to understand who he is, a war veteran.
Try to let the instructors know that I'm there with a purpose, and if I stand up, it's not a disrespect, you know, it's like, you know, I'm uncomfortable, and I don't know if it's more the PTSD or the back surgery.
In recent years, a lot has been done to close that communication gap.
And then he went like that. And boom, the medicine ball hit him.
Today, professors are trained to recognize and better understand the needs of war veterans. It wasn't much of a stretch for Jason Trento, his physics class already interactive.
And I brought the loop to demonstrate that idea.
But Trento also served in the military and fought in the Gulf War.
I always tell stories related to my military experience, and that immediately makes them identify with me, and so they let me know. And that's the biggest thing, is knowing, and then that allows me to be more understanding.
The student veteran population has jumped by 60% in California community colleges since 2007. With each generation comes a new set of problems. In the Army alone, more than 100,000 soldiers have served at least 3 deployments since 2001, and tens of thousands have done 4, 5, even 6 tours behind enemy lines.
I'm Marianne. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Come on in, have a seat.
Marianne Flatland, an academic counselor for 23 years, says she's seeing for the first time a less confident war veteran. Solano College in Fairfield has served nearby Travis Air Force Base for decades.
So many of them have gone through so many tours. It's different. It just seems like they've endured far more sacrifice.
Sacrifice that has left behind lasting scars. In addition to post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injuries are a growing problem. Injuries suffered during some of the most relentless fighting in modern war history. The explosions and gunfire take a toll, mentally and physically.
Christopher Columbus, 1451 to 1506 land.
At De Anza College in Cupertino, the high-tech training center is developing technology to help veterans compensate for what they lost at war.
7 weeks after setting off to sea in 3 small boats with...
This computer program is called Inspiration, but reading is just one of its attributes.
You can highlight the text, you can it has writing support where it will read back to you what you're writing. It has a drop-down menu where you can choose words if you're having a hard time picking the right word.
The Veterans Resource Center project has dispatched technology like this to almost 24 campuses.
You can write on the page and it will record everything through the camera.
And the most impressive might be the Pulse Pen, a pen equipped with a camera and audio recorder. It records note-taking and the lecture and replays it back on demand. Training specialist Jayme Johnson goes from campus to campus, showing students how to use the technology.
You come back to the paper and you simply touch what you've written, and it will play back the audio that happened at that time. So if I touch number 1, talking, and I can just kind of make notes about key points.
95 miles away, the Pulse Pen is a lifeline for 25-year-old Dennis Salvador.
So pi is a constant you're familiar with.
During a 14-month tour in Iraq, this Army soldier experienced 2 roadside bombs and countless gun battles. The pen helps him overcome struggles with concentration, memory loss, restlessness, and anxiety, all symptoms of a traumatic brain injury.
Before, I was just reading words, but then I could actually link the two, what was said and what I needed to learn. And I think I was in the library, and I was like, whoa, this can work.
Prior to that moment, Salvador admittedly was unwilling to consider he might have a problem, or worse yet, a disability, a label that keeps many vets from asking for help. Christopher Nichols back at Butte.
I think I can pretty much take care of myself, and I avoid the hospital and the VA at all costs, you know, unless I need something sewn back on, you know, kind of thing.
At San Francisco City College,
come here. Good to see you. What's going on?
Knocking down the barriers and taking away the stigma of disability is why the Veterans Administration is now dispensing its medical services from an office on campus. Just an office located in the Veterans Center, next to academic counseling. It's one of just 20 on-campus sites in the entire U.S.
If we can give them a good experience of the VA on campus, then they will more likely check the VA out at the hospital setting, whether it be in San Francisco or Palo Alto.
There are countless stories, and some of our campuses offered their most compelling. Army vet Pearl Martin went from being homeless and feeling out of place to a life-changing experience at Los Angeles Trade Tech.
I remember the first day I walked in there. I felt like I was finally at home.
Women vets are 2 times more likely to end up homeless.
Now I'm the Outreach Community Care Representative for the Department of Veteran Affairs.
But the full impact of war on women is still revealing itself.
I think many females aren't recognized.
Women died in combat too, but their contributions are often overlooked. At Santa Barbara City College, the school is trying to draw attention to what might be lurking inside the post-war woman. Magdalena Torres is driving the effort.
Many of them have different needs and different experiences than the men had. Some don't want to talk about it. Sexual trauma. Is the U.S. really ready for this? Are they prepared to work with all these women coming back?
16% of those coming home from war are women. 1 in 10 are from California. 24-year-old Tieja Kinnunen works with some of those women at Santa Barbara City. She spent 4 years in war zones like Afghanistan.
We're like a family. We understand things about each other. We've experienced the same things, and even if we haven't, we've all been a part of the same thing.
Half of the veterans going back to school in California are using the GI Bill on 4-year degrees or workforce training at community colleges.
VA requires, while you're using the GI Bill, that you have a set goal.
Vets receive priority registration on all 112 campuses, but availability is still tight in core classes like math and English. At Solano College, Amy Utt is relentless. She works overtime, making sure vets are ready with class selections, code numbers, and backup plans the minute enrollment opens.
It's important for me. I want the students to feel comfortable in going to school, and they have to feel that they're vested. If they didn't have that buy-in to the college, they're more likely to drop out.
And budget cuts are adding to that threat. Vets gravitate to 2-year vocational degrees, but those classes aren't consistently offered from one semester to the next. Academic counselors at Butte College have been cut by 40% in recent years, while the student vet population has jumped by almost 30%. To make do, counselor Steve St. Cyr says appointments have been cut from 1 hour down to 30 minutes.
That's worked well, but it does raise concerns for us that, within the hour that we used to have, what are we missing with some of the dialogues in a counseling environment?
Those fears are real. College vets are bound by more paperwork, and enrollment could require any one of 5 different forms.
Please take advantage of the prior registration.
Butte College has been especially adept at taking the mental and emotional temperature of its student veterans. There's a lot of face-to-face contact, but Facebook and even plain paper questionnaires have proven invaluable. Dan Torres, a vet himself, knows life changes quickly on a modern-day college campus.
Having the Veterans Resource Center, you can see and socialize with the other students and actually take time to see how they're doing, what's going on in their lives that maybe you could help out with.
Any campus with a Veterans Resource Center has a counselor dedicated to managing all the government paperwork.
I think it's this one divided by 60.
Logan Becker served 2 tours in Iraq, but few things have proven more challenging than doing the math on the post-9/11 GI Bill, which covers only 3 years of a 4-year college degree.
I don't understand why they assumed that 36 months was going to be enough to get you a 4-year degree. And it's kind of like, we'll help you most of the way, but the rest you're on your own.
It's daunting. One mistake can mean tuition doesn't get paid and no living expenses.
And how long do you need to know by, like in a couple days?
At Los Positas College in Livermore, counselors choreograph the use of the GI Bill. Scholarships, grants, financial aid, and free textbooks are used to replace and preserve that precious 36 months until it's absolutely needed.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Chuck.
Yep. Todd Steffen has been in charge of the VETS program at Los Positas since it was nothing more than a window in the registration office.
Our veterans deserve so much more than what's being provided, so anything that I can do to help better what they deserve, I'll try, or will try.
It's a collaboration on a grand scale.
We know that if you release it from the tip of your nose, that you're going to be safe.
California community colleges are helping tens of thousands of war veterans transition into a new life. His body is 50% disabled, but Christopher Nichols credits the people at Butte College with helping him keep his mind sharp and his eye on the target.
I'm carrying about a 3.7 GPA, so from what the transfer counselors are telling me, I shouldn't have that much problem getting into Berkeley. That's kind of the target.
Aim high.